You've probably heard about the term Metaverse spreading around like wildfire by your friends or on the internet. But what is the Metaverse? Why is it such a big deal? Why do we need to care? And if you do, what are some of the actionable steps and investments we can take right now so that we will not miss out? And maybe, just maybe, we will become the pioneers of the new internet. Hey friends! Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Zheng and I am currently serving my national service in Singapore. And on this channel, we explore some strategies and ways to develop ourselves so we can live a happier, productive and fulfilled life. In this video, I'll be explaining to you in detail about the Metaverse and how it just may be the next generation of the internet. On top of that, I'll be sharing some actionable steps and investments you can make, so let's get started. So what is the Metaverse? In layman terms, the Metaverse is simply like your online MMORPG games like World of Warcraft and RuneScape. Except, it's not just a game. The current Metaverse like Decentraland or Sandbox is just like a game, but when it's all said and done, it will eventually be a place where people come together to not only socialize, but also work, play, and probably live their extended lives in the Metaverse. So why does it matter? Okay, so the Metaverse is just an online place where we can live a part of our lives in. So why do we need to care, and why does it matter? There are currently many big brands like Puma, Nike, Adidas, Disney, and even recently Microsoft that are going into the Metaverse. I have friends who have discussed about this and they said that they don't want to live their lives in the Metaverse wearing a VR headset, and honestly speaking, I wouldn't either. But here's how it can actually help us to live a productive, happier and fulfilled life. So first off, freedom. This can actually provide us with the freedom that we want, which is the whole point of this channel. Imagine not needing to go to work physically and you can choose to work remotely anywhere you want. Perhaps you've been wanting to go for the holiday but you do not have any more vacation leaves left, so the Metaverse can actually provide you with this opportunity. The second point is connectivity. Based off the first point, in order to get this level of freedom, the Metaverse provides a much higher level of connectivity, be it to meet your friends or family overseas, or maybe to present a project in your work. You may be wondering, we already have apps such as Zoom, Skype.
So why do we need this?
Working apps such as Zoom and Skype can only provide us with a limited 2D level of detail, while the Metaverse allows us to literally replicate the actions inside the online world, where you can probably present your work in a whiteboard, or probably just go on to a roller coaster ride with your friends. You may even be able to visit a country or office that is an exact replica of what you see in real life. So this leads us to the next point, efficiency. Imagine getting your work done much more efficiently so we can free up the time for things that really matter. What do I mean by that? Imagine you're a property agent and tasked to visit houses to get leads. It can be time consuming for you to visit many places at once. So in the Metaverse, you can actually do that, but you're saving on traveling time. Or imagine you're doing a job that involves risk, such as being a doctor. You can now replicate the surgery inside the Metaverse and look for flaws in them. Once you're done, you can then carry out the surgery in real life efficiently and safely. Another example of efficiency is probably shopping for your groceries while avoiding long queues. Walmart already has plans for this, and they literally just released a video, a shopping experience video, where you can go inside Walmart, inside the Metaverse, and choose the things you want, and you buy it and they will deliver it to your house. Or how about lowering the barrier of visiting a supplier or a factory when you're a business owner? In order for all that to happen, we will probably need payment processing companies like Master or Visa to go into the space, which I highly think that they are already planning for it. Okay, so let's jump into the biggest con of the Metaverse. As advanced as it sounds, there are definitely cons in the Metaverse, but do they really matter? I personally feel that the biggest con in the Metaverse is probably the lack of human interaction, which is what everyone is talking about. Yes, this may be a big con because humans need physical interaction. However, if you think about it, the advantages are so much more, from reducing risk in jobs such as being a doctor, construction worker, to having the convenience to shop inside a supermarket such as Walmart. We can just leverage on the Metaverse for things that are hassle to us, so we can free up more time to do the things that really matter. Once we are done with the jobs or hassle, we can then get out of the Metaverse to live our best life. Okay, so let's jump into the things that we can invest in right now. Before we get into the investments part, here's a little disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before you invest in any of these things which I will be talking about. And here are some of the actionable steps you can take to have a better understanding of what the Metaverse can offer. So one of the virtual platforms you can actually visit is Decentraland. where you can join concerts and events to have a feel of what the Metaverse has to offer. Or for a much more Metaverse-y experience, you can visit Horizon Worlds, which is developed by Facebook or Meta, which requires you to actually wear a VR headset to go into the game. Moving on to the first investment you can make right now is none other than Facebook. I will be using Facebook as their name. I know that they changed their name to Meta to avoid confusion later on in the video. If working in the Metaverse really happens, I personally feel that Facebook will be the one with a software to enable us to do just that, because that is what they are actually working on right now. The second investment is Matterport. Matterport is a virtual 3D software platform company that helps digitize buildings or rooms. In order for us to have an exact replica of our office or our working space, we definitely need Matterport to help companies to go into the Metaverse. The third investment is Unity Software. Unity Software is a game development company that does not only make games, but their software has also been adopted into the industries such as architecture, filmmaking, and even manufacturing. This might just be the bare bone for any company who is looking to go into the Metaverse. So this is a stock worth considering. So the last investment you should consider investing in is the Roundhill Metaverse ETF with a ticker symbol META. If you have watched my previous video about investing, you should know that I'm an advocate for investing in ETFs. This ETF invests in all the previous companies that I just talked about, so if you want to make things simpler, you can just consider this ETF. Here are the top 10 holdings inside this ETF. If you have done your own research and noticed why I didn't recommend investments such as purchasing land in the Decentraland or Sandbox, it's because those are much riskier investments, although they may generate really high returns. However, I adopt a really practical perspective on the Metaverse, as if all the things I've talked about really do happen, such as working as a doctor, or shopping for groceries, or even visiting a factory or supplier overseas, I believe by then, the early Metaverses such as Decentraland or Sandbox will be out of date. With that said, investing in these lands or their cryptocurrencies can also be alternative investments, although it has a high risk, so it depends on your risk tolerance. Okay, so you may be thinking, no way all of this is happening. If you're still skeptical about all this, that's fine. But I believe technology will only advance and improve in the long run, and this may be the next advancement. Anyway, with all investments you make, when they are already tried and true, you may already be too late when you could have gotten in earlier. Investments are called investments for a reason, because you hope to go in early and gain a nice return on your money. And in order for that to happen, you have to invest in things that are still early, such as the Metaverse or NFTs, which I'll talk about it in the future. Looking at some of the possibilities the Metaverse can offer, as long as we keep an open mind, I think it is inevitable, so it's up to us to accept the fact earlier. So in conclusion, I hope you have enjoyed this video and have gained a better understanding on what all this Metaverse thing is all about. If you did, you can check out my previous videos over here, and please consider subscribing and liking this video for more valuable content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to stay happy, be productive, and chase after your goals while you live your one and only beautiful life. I'll see you in the next video.